3J Sports. This episode is brought to you by Galveston Pepper Company. As always, me and the guys, let's jump straight into it. Playoffs. John, how you feel about our playoff predictions? Not a lot of people pulling for us. Chargers are favored, I believe. I haven't looked at exactly everything, but what are you thinking, man? I think we got a freaking chance. I mean, we're down a couple guys, but I think we can pull this off. I know the Harbaugh guy gets the job done all the time, but what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I think we can win. Just put our game together and put a good game plan together and execute. I think it should be a pretty even game. So I'm kind of surprised they're favored, but kind of not. But who knows? Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
we got this. We got this.
Sound a little more confident, man. Yeah.
I mean, when we were talking about it, I mean, we were all preferring Steelers as the option if that's the way it was going to go down. But I mean, I'm cool with just going with. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not an easy road to the Super Bowl either way. So, but Herbert, they got J.K. Dobbins. Who they got a receiver, man? I'm not even sure. Yeah,
they got McConkey.
Lad
McConkey.
Man, he blew it up in fantasy this year. Good Lord.
Yep. He's a new Wilker.
He's a good receiver, man. They definitely use him a lot. But I guess defensively they got some ballers. They got Bosa. They got Derwin James.
Khalil Mack.
Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah,
I think
Mack.
Is he still in that team? Yeah.
Yeah, he's their number one corner. Yeah, I was looking at our defenses are pretty much like the ranking was. With pass defense, pretty much the same. They're a better. I think they're the number one scoring defense, like 17.9 or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, but besides that, I think we're pretty evenly matched. I mean, it just. I think Mix is going to be able to run a little bit, And I mean, Nico, I still think he's one of the unguardable receivers. He's still going to get his
spread minus 2.5.
Deontay Johnson, we'll see what he can do. He's going to be our number 2 pretty much. So
yeah,
we'll see what he can do.
He made some great catches against Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching him in Pittsburgh years ago, and that great season he had. And I mean, he's a good receiver, so good route runner. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Mixon. And hopefully Stroud, comes out and really puts it on because we need him. We need him to really make, no underthrows, just really.
I mean, it just comes down to him handling up, not making any, mistakes and just everybody playing the right kind of ball and just outsmarting Harbaugh on his side. Because, I mean, he's just a solid coach. He just gets it done. They've looked great this year. I mean, there's a reason that we're kind of like, it's going to be a little tough because they do have a great team, man. They just they've been playing good football.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also excited about seeing nobody's really talking about it, but Aziz and Harris at linebacker for the first time are going to be playing on the field together. Lots of speed, lots of impact right there. Because Aziz will be running the plays and Harris can just go sideline to sideline. I think people aren't talking about our linebackers. And then obviously Stingley, Lassiter. Bullock's been playing so well, which speaking of him, I can't believe he's not getting any, defensive rookie consideration. He had a great year. But, I mean, I think defense kind of cancels each other out. We're both really good defenses. So obviously Herbert's a great QB, but it just comes down to basically how Herbert and Stroud do. It always comes down to the quarterbacks, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if CJ just comes up and starts blowing it up, him and Nico, and they're on fire. I mean, we know what happens if they're connecting. It's gonna be nice.
And if we can run block, if we can get Mixon going,
gotta get in there and do it. You know what I mean? You gotta get in there and do it.
If we can get Mixon going early and we can actually run the ball, that changes our whole game. If you look at the games that he, over 100 yards, and then the games that he struggled, that's pretty much how we go.
Mm-hmm.
So
the game's on Saturday.
yeah, 3:30.
3:30.
We played the same wild card Saturday 3:30 every time.
I know.
So no respect for prime time, but it's all right. We're good.
It's all good.
It's all good. I think it's
The,
CBS. I think I was hoping it was on Amazon Prime. So I like watching it on the Madden view. Have you ever done that on Prime? You can click on it and it actually does the Madden view where it's just like how Madden does. It spreads it out and you can see their trail running and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you go down to the bottom settings and go to like I don't know if it's called Madden View or something else, but it's basically a Madden View, and it pulls it out, and then as it follows the player going through, and then you can actually see the run chart. So, it pulls it out where you can see where all the receivers are lined up. It's a wide view. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Especially, and I will say Prime, like, their 4K or whatever it is, like when their games are on, it looks really good. Like it looks way better than network games. I'm not saying the announcing's is good, but there's actual visuals.
So Chargers are favored 3 here, 42.5 for your over under. At least am I looking at the same thing? 2.5 on here. It's 3 on CBS right now. I don't know if that's changed since. Or what the heck's going on there, because I'm pretty sure this is CBS as well as what I'm sharing, so I don't know where they it's CBS, but they got the odds different. But either way, I mean, we just got to come out and ball, man. I know we can.
We made the playoffs.
Do your freaking job and block. Give them time.
Yep. I mean, D'Amico and Stroud, first 2 years, we didn't have a great year, but playoffs, that's all it comes down to. We're in the show.
Comes down to what?
Playoffs.
But yeah, 2 for 2.
I mean,
it's a home game.
Our record is. I mean, we have to look at it the whole season all the way up to now. We did squeak out of some games that were. I mean, every game was close except the blowouts, and then the Titans game was nice to.
Yep. While they were wearing our jerseys,
and it was good to beat the Bills, and the Bills are looking great, and we got that win for us. But I don't know what was going on with them then, why they didn't perform against us. But we shut down Josh Allen.
Yep, his worst game ever, I'm pretty sure.
What was he, 6 for 19? I mean, I remember the stat. They were terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was the 1 week in fantasy. He was my quarterback. I was like, I hope he does terrible, and he did. He did. It was my wish came true that week because we got that win. And that was awesome.
We're not talking fantasy right now. I'm still hurting.
Oh, we won't get in there. Champ, but I won't rub it in too much.
Third place.
I should have started my defense. The last minute.
Hey, shout out at least to this. The 3 J's. We were 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Clint,
order.
And Clint, I know you're listening. You're one of our watchers all the time. I changed Miami's defense to Colts defense, and I lost because of you. So I'll never forgive you. Go ahead. That's it. That's all I have to say.
You made that decision, so
I did at 11:59.
Put that on Clint.
That's on Clint.
Don't put that on.
Yeah, Mixon. I mean, really, it comes down to who gets the run game going because we kind of match up nice with them as long as our defensive guys are playing and off. If everybody's playing ball, it's going to come down to who gets the run game going. If Doc can pull it off, or if Mixon can pull it off.
My money's on Mixon. Money Mixon.
I mean, because just like y'all, I mean, Herbert's just had a good year. 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But it's been because Dobbins, their run game over there has been pretty solid.
Yeah.
Man, Ladd, he's done great for them this year. 1,100 yards.
Oh,
I have a question. How do y'all feel about? I mean, props to Mike Evans for your 11th season in a row with 1,000 yards. That was pretty
crazy.
Obvious, that's impressive.
Over 100 touchdowns. Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the 1,000-yard now with 18 games? Do you think we should knock it up to like the bar that we call it? Because it seems like 1,000 is. I know it's the milestone you're trying to hit.
I mean,
But
let's see. What's so 17 games, 1,000 yards. So I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it's still 1,000, but all you have to do is average little under 59 yards a game. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I think it's a little. Now the touchdowns, what he does is great, but yeah, that it shows consistency. But I think now it's like, if you get 1,200 yards, I think that's kind of the new the new
what
thousand.
was I mean, I'm not by any means. I couldn't be able to just say, oh, it was this many games. But what was the games back in where the records are with Dickerson and
14,
everything?
I think Dickerson was 16. I think it was 16 because OJ Day was 14 games. I think
And OJ, yeah, that's what's wild. You look at these stats, and it's that's why I say when you're seeing the stats, like, which I'm not trying to knock Mike Evans at all.
No,
but he had a great year, and he missed a bunch of games, but he's a great receiver. We already know this.
Yeah, he's a great red zone receiver. I mean, 100 touchdowns. I mean, that's great. That's one thing that, like, for our great, Dre, Andre the Great, he never got a lot of touchdowns. We ran the ball a lot in the red zone. But yeah, Mike Evans, I mean, he gets touchdowns. But I mean, Nico got 1,000 yards in 11 games, 12 games this year. He missed 5 with the injury.
Right.
So I mean, yeah.
I mean, same thing with Mixon. He got 1,000, and he missed
4 games at least.
But he missed a lot of games.
Yeah, he listed me. He's 4. So
is that what you're saying? 1,200? What do you think, John? 1,500, 1,200? I don't know what that bar should be set at now, but I do think it needs to be kind of adjusted with how we're looking at that old 1,000-yard milestone with at least the NFL.
Well, I think the bigger deal was, if I'm not mistaken, was the bonus he got, right?
Oh yeah, because they made sure he got it. Yeah.
How much? What did he get? Like 7 or 3 million or 7 million or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, I mean, it should be higher. I mean, especially looking at that, like, I mean, Nico's played really good this year. I've seen receivers have better seasons than him, and he has 1,000 yards with, like you said, missing 5 games.
Yeah, 12 games.
Yeah, I think it should be whatever. Yeah, I'd say 1,200, 1,300, something like that. I mean, I think it's always just been 1,000 yards because it's 1,000 yards. It's an even number to round off.
Yeah.
To,
we gotta bring the bar a little higher though.
Especially the pass that we pass so much. It's a passing league now. So to me, you can probably keep 1,000 yards for running backs because the running, they don't run his ball as much. But for this passing league where you're throwing the ball 40 times a game,
right?
I'm thinking 1,200. Like for a full season, 1,300. Like I don't know. Nothing against Mike Evans, Galveston and all that, but yeah, I mean it's consistent, but it's got to change a little bit. But
I'm gonna take a look at the receivers this year, the total, and see where you know what I mean? How many were over 1,500?
But I mean, me and Jeremy looked this up the other night for his career.
Let me look at it right now.
What we're saying, he was averaging like 15, almost 16 yards a catch.
Yeah.
For his career, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, he's definitely. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
already. I mean,
but yeah, 1,000 yards doesn't mean the same as when Jerry Rice did it.
No, not at all. I mean, you're running the ball 40 times a game in those years. Right. Like I don't know. That's what makes, like you said, Rice, like everything so impressive with him. Right. Just same thing with the quarterback stuff. Like, look at what Peyton Manning did his last year. That still hasn't been touched in a 17-game season.
Right. We got 24 guys who had 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah. What did Jamar Chase have? Like 1,700?
Jamar had 1,700. Jefferson was 1,500. Then it's about 300 yard difference. Then it's Brian Thomas. Then Drake London.
Yeah.
But let's not forget Drake London had that huge last game of the year. It's looking like 1,200 should be the number.
Well, but I mean, what's the?
Because that gives you your top 10. That's around the top 10.
But here's my thing: there's no like. I mean, yeah, it's just 1,000 yards for consistency, but I mean, nobody's. I mean, it's not like it's a record or something. I mean, or you're not. if that makes sense. I mean, like,
Yeah, if you're not breaking, like for example, if Barkley would have broke the record, which he probably would have broke it if he played.
right.
So it's one of those things like he would extra game to beat it, but he would have had less carries
right
than Dickerson did. So yeah, it's all subjective.
I guess what I mean is that which the records are obviously going to get broke, but what we're going to start holding the standard to is like that's the milestone they hit to what we call elite. Because it seems like it used to be 1,000. Now it needs to be at least 12.
Would you say
receivers.
How many receivers?
There was only 2. Here, I'll share it. Hold on.
No, how many receivers had over 1,000?
Just 2. Or over 1,024.
Exactly. So
24.
basically, one receiver on 3/4 of the teams have 1,000 yards.
Well, hey, next year when we have Garrett Wilson, we'll have another 1,000-yard receiver too.
Yeah.
You thinking that could happen?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so. Nothing against the. I mean, if we re-sign Diggs, I'm all good with that too. But
what would you what would y'all think about Tyreek since he's obviously on his way out? That picture of it.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
They cropped his face on Antonio Brown's picture when he was leaving the field doing.
Oh yeah. Did you see the video where it's like where Waddle was in I guess it was during a timeout or something, and you can hear Waddle go, cheetah, and he's like, oh, you're out. Like it was the middle of the game. He was like mic'd up, or he got caught on the mic, and so yeah, I guess I mean, obviously I'm not cool with people giving up on their team, but I mean, I think Jalen Ramsey came out too talking about wanting to go out of there too. So something's going on in Miami. You know, I don't know.
It's imploding.
Tyreek's making a lot of money though, so I don't even know if we would take on that.
Yeah.
So he's making a lot.
He's a good player, but I mean, you want that on your team.
Yeah. I mean, Nico's our 1, so I don't think we need another 1. But obviously, somebody like Garrett Wilson who could be a 1B.
I would love Garrett Wilson.
That'd be ideal.
And I guess it makes sense where they have the connection with. If Garrett Wilson gets to choose, him and CJ had a relationship at Ohio State, right? So
for sure. I mean, because Tank Dell's most likely, according to all reports, he's going to miss next year. So
and he may never be the same player again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Which it took a very specific skill set that he was good at to make him.
It was that bad. It was that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's a kneecap dislocation. They said that
tore everything, right?
Yeah, he tore everything. Kneecap dislocation. They say people usually don't come back the same, and it's even worse for a receiver because, I mean, Tank, his whole thing is his route running and his quick twitch. So, I mean, he's young, he's resilient. You know, I mean, I think he could do it, but it's going to be a long road. So, if you don't get Garrett Wilson, I mean, I guess unless you draft somebody, which I think we have more pressing needs, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be against, us re-signing Diggs if he's, not wanting to break the bank.
I wonder what was Tank's contract? I don't even know his. I mean,
he's on his rookie deal still, right? So he was the same year as CJ, so he's still under rookie for another year, I think. Year. What's rookie deals? 3 years or 4 years?
3.
So yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, especially for second round picks, third round. What was he? Second or third round, right?
I'm not sure.
So I think third round.
Third round, right? So he has another year under rookie contract. So, I think hopefully he recovers, man. I really do. Like he's had the worst luck. I mean, broken leg, shot, torn whole knee by a teammate, like.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, because he has bird legs. I'm like, I don't think it would have mattered. Like maybe the break, but that last hit with the helmet and all that, like it doesn't matter what knee you have, that's gone.
Yeah.
So hopefully, full recovery for him. But yeah, Garrett Wilson would be ideal. And I'm not going to say no to Cheetah. That obviously would open up Nico even more. But I honestly was hoping that Mechie can step up or Hutchinson. But, I mean, they've showed little tiny flashes, but I don't know if they're ready to be the guy yet.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm predicting this coming down to field goal. I guess I won't say blowout. We've been saying it all year.
I'm not gonna say blowout. My track record with blowout this year is not so great, so I'm not gonna say blowout.
But I think it'll just be kind of how they're saying. When you're looking at the stats, our defense, offensively, it looks like it matches up pretty equally, but it looks like we got a little edge on them defensively, at least on the ranks, the way it looks.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
We'll see how it turns out. Y'all thinking that field goalish? I mean, that's what I'm. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's
one
gonna
score.
be exciting.
That's the one score.
One score. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be UT winning Friday and Texans winning Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Ohio State's gonna be tough though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's gonna be tough. But if we can beat Ohio State, I'm not. I mean, I think we got it. I'm not. If we beat Ohio State, I'm not worried about Penn State or even Notre Dame did play well today. I didn't watch the whole game. You did, John, though, right?
So
I watched like the second half.
Okay.
Yeah, Notre Dame ended up
Notre Dame tied it,
pulling it off.
Then,
They pulled it off, field goal with a few seconds left, and
I mean, I don't know if I'd say I'm not worried about Ohio State or Notre Dame when you almost lost to Arizona State. So.
Hey, man, they had that boy Scataboo.
I mean,
oh man, yeah, that game was closer, but
especially
we'll
when
see.
Getting away with targeting calls. Yeah.
Subjective.
I mean, everybody I've seen said should be targeting.
They all hate UT, man. They all hate them.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Nah, that probably should have got called, but hey, it is what it is.
But hey, we just reversed interference calls against Texas.
When you're the richest school in the nation, you get away with some
the way
stuff.
it goes. That is the way it goes. Let's get real.
I would hope that's not the way it goes. Are you kidding me?
Let's get real. So you got Notre Dame, and they'll play either. Okay.
Yeah, they'll play either
Texas or
Ohio State or the refs.
Or the Longhorns.
UT wins.
Yep. I said Notre Dame, UT. Notre Dame, UT.
I'm seeing Ohio State taking that.
Wow.
And then
yeah, I mean, they blitzed.
Ohio State winning the whole thing because there's no way Notre Dame can win this whole thing, right? I mean,
I don't know,
it's Notre Dame.
Irish.
This is the farthest I've seen them. Well, I shouldn't say that. They've gotten to the national championship, but they get blown out every time.
If Rudy Rudiger comes through that tunnel, Rudy, he might bring it. I mean, I'm going for Notre Dame over Penn State because, I still had the whole Sandusky thing, but whatever. I had forgiven that.
Yeah, you had to go there. Jeez,
I had to go.
I
mean, come on, Paterno knew. Anyway, that's a black eye on y'all for years. No, UT. I think the winner out of UT and Ohio State is going to take it all.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I even told John if
UT's definitely going to lose now just because of your comments.
Hey, I even told John if I had money on it, then yes, Ohio State looks like the team right now. But UT's defense, Ewers is just a wild card with me. I just feel like it's an elite team without an elite quarterback. So I'll feel better next year with Arch under there.
Are you taking Travis Hunter number 1 overall?
I'm sure not taking Shedeur Sanders, so I would take Hunter over him. But I mean, so who's got number 1 right now? Tennessee?
Titans, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to see him in our division, but I have a feeling. I mean, do they believe in Will Levis that much? Where they're not going to go quarterback? I mean, is Mayo Man really the guy, or is Cam Ward?
You talk to Titans fans, and they change their mind every
right, do the Vikings trade JJ, or I guess he's on rookie contract? They'll just keep him on the bench, or does he have value to trade away now?
I mean, obviously Darnold's the guy, so. I mean, if you could get something for him, I'm sure you could. It's a cute quarterback, league where everybody's. Anytime Trevor Lawrence can get paid what he got paid, then everyone's going to do whatever they have to do.
Right.
So everyone wants to, take a chance on a guy, the top pick. So we'll see. But I mean, I guess it comes down to this: like, is Hunter? Is he an elite corner? Is he an elite receiver, or is he just a really good receiver and a really good corner?
Yeah,
I think it
that's what
comes down to the
yeah.
combine and everything. I mean, I think it comes down to the workouts, but I would be surprised if they didn't grab a quarterback. I just think maybe. I mean, Cam Ward, he's a really good player, but I don't know if he's a one.
Yeah.
I mean, U of H, I enjoyed watching him play when he was here, but I don't think
he's a quitter. He's a quitter too. So
he did, right?
He did the bowl game, right?
Yep.
I saw it. Everybody saw it, dadgummit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So take a quitter.
Him and Richardson.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think maybe Travis Hunter might be the pick, but who knows? Every year, somebody.
Like Jeremy said, is he elite receiver? In my
Right.
opinion, no. Is he an elite defender? Maybe, but I mean, or is he just
Right.
really good at both?
Or is whoever drafts him? Are they really going to try to play him at both?
No.
Can you?
Come on.
But I'm saying,
He's got to stay corner, right?
I mean, that they say that the scouts say he's the better corner, but I'm just saying if you take him number one with that skill set, do you say, hey, I mean, I think you at least put him at some plays at receiver, everyone, not like full time, but you're going to play him there every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're taking him that high, is what I'm saying.
Right.
They have to believe in that. So honestly, like I'd be cool with the Titans taking any of the top guys. Like, I think the best thing for them as a franchise would be obviously to give us back our damn jerseys, and then they'll have better luck with things. But
trade the pick away.
Trade the pick away for more because they have a lot of needs. That'd be the best thing for the franchise. But for a division rival, go ahead, take Shadur Sanders. Go ahead, take Hunter, Cam Ward, whatever.
Because of who is getting in this draft of somebody who may want those pieces, like you're saying, they may be giving up a whole bunch for those. Travis Hunter.
If they believe in Will Levis, if they believe in Will Levis, then they're gonna, and they're not so sold on Hunter, then they can get a lot for that pick because somebody wants one of those guys bad.
Yeah, somebody's gonna set their franchise even further behind by taking one of those guys.
Yeah, right.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the Titans don't have a third round pick next year, so it might be even more beneficial for them to trade for picks.
Yep. Yeah. And then the Jags have the 5th pick, so our division was pretty bad this year. So
it was nice getting that win against them with those Oilers uniforms on.
2-0 versus the jerseys.
Now they are 0-2.
Yep.
In the Oiler jerseys, now they're like, these are bad luck.
Yeah, I love how JJ keeps calling them out with everything. He's always on them with that stuff. He's like, man, just give it up.
Yeah. The uniforms do look good, just not on them.
Nope. They belong in Houston. There's no oil out there, man. Come on.
There's not.
Dadgummit. All right, national championship picks. Who y'all got? One more time. I got Ohio State. Who you got, John?
You already know.
The O. Who you got? Or you got Notre Dame?
The Ohio State University. No, I didn't know. They were my picks.
I didn't know if you were about to say the Notre Dame.
I picked them just talking to Nick, that one conversation, week one. Had nothing to do with the way they played week one or anything. I picked them as to take it this year, so I'm going to stick with that. And I don't think anything they did last week makes me think anything different. So,
yeah.
They just broke,
Jeremy's obviously long.
I'm just saying, like, hey.
The number one team in the nation, and UT struggled with Arizona State, which I didn't even know they still had a football team.
But, UT, Notre Dame, Rudy's going to come out the locker room, or the actor that played Rudy, Lord of the Rings dude, what's his name? Goonies, going blank.
Sean Astin.
Sean. He's going to come out. They're going to beat Penn State.
Same watch Gamgee. They come out with the ring of power and they win.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really watched any Penn State games, so I don't even know like what's got them here. So I just Notre Dame was all growing up,
So you're
there's,
taking
you know,
so you're taking Notre Dame or Penn State?
Notre Dame.
Well, good
So I
call.
think
'Cause they
UT
played tonight, brother.
Yeah, Notre Dame won.
Oh, they played Penn State. Oh,
Yeah.
they played. Okay.
No.
Well, I'm definitely taking them. Look, I'm a homer,
I'm
man.
definitely taking.
He
I'm-
said,
I'm a homer, man. I literally watch the Texans, the
goodness.
Rockets, Astros, UT, and U of H. That's
He's
it.
always,
You're
I'm
from
a
Austin,
homer.
right?
I'm a homer. He's always got a, I'm a homer.
I'm a homer. All right, whatever.
Austin's not your home, brother. You should know.
Homer Simpson, dude.
we got a D1 school right here.
Yeah. And they're my second team.
Go Cougs. Go Cougs.
I spent a lot of time in the hill country, buddy. It's my second home.
Yeah.
I did.
All
I
right.
lived out there for a while. Come on.
Well, go Texans. We're going to get this win. And with that, it was a selfish act. Had to hit that. Love you, J. Boo Winston.
Yep.
Oh, James Winston. All right, y'all. See y'all later.
All right.
Three
Cowboys
days.
suck.
Good
Yeah.
luck, guys.